Hi there, my name is Kronenberg. Welcome to my channel. This is a update, thank you video, everything else. Thank you as usual to everybody who subscribes to my channel and anyone who doesn't. Not everybody does subscribe to stuff because, you know, we're all the same. I'll watch somebody's videos and think, that's okay, and then just don't bother subscribing. It happens. Probably about 99% of us do the exact same thing. So anyway, it's to everybody, so thank you as always. So I'm going to go through my my playlist that I've done, as in what I've released and what I'm still releasing. So we've done Need for Speed, that's ongoing. Alter Ego is just finished. Ghost Recon Wildlands is ongoing. Dark Tales, Edgar Allan Poe's Black Cat's just started. Isabella from Civilizations 5. We have Dinosaur Hunt that's just finished. Civs 5, this dude here, this is a mod. Played a mod, my first ever mod of Civs 5. We have Caliper there, and we have Space Pilgrim episode 2. I've done episode 1. You can find that on my channel. Beastwing, Dear Esther, King Arthur. That was a miracle I lasted that long. Face of Hope, another Civs there. In My Mind, Green Game Time Stopper, and Sniper Elite V2 Co-op. So this is kind of like an update and bits and bats as well, things about ideas and whatnot. This one here, I started it last year, as in 2023. I gave up on episode 3 because the game is so annoying. It's one of those games you feel like you want to sling your keyboard out the door. But somebody asked me if I could complete it, and 9 videos later I did. Of course, you know, I was raging. I did lose probably tufts of my hair, and luckily I didn't record that when anyone was in the house. Otherwise, I'd probably been, you know, kicked out with the computer at the same time. So in which I'm not going to show you because I'm not logged in, but in here in our video things, it's anyone who has a channel will know exactly what I mean. You've got the analytics in here. And you can there's so much in analytics. I mean, I'm not going to bore you because it bores me. You look at it and think, I have no idea what most of this stuff is. Even those that earn any money on it probably have no idea what any of that stuff is, usually. I mean, they just look and go, yeah, okay, and they just come out of it again. But there's an interesting little tab called Inspirations, which shows you like what people have searched for over the whole of YouTube, you know, and usually based on something that you actually do, so it comes up with some suggestions, and then you can click on it and it gives you more suggestions. And then it also tells you how many of your actual viewers search for these things, which is kind of cool. It doesn't tell you who, obviously. So the idea is that I saw pop up. There was a couple. I've added some videos to my games to my Steam account, or wish list at least, for the end of the year to buy. Civilizations was on there, so Civs 5 was on there, Civs 4 was on there. I have done Civs 4 twice, but I'm going to try and play it a bit better, maybe even on an easy level, because that was pretty crappy, I must admit. And even Civs 1, apparently. A lot of people want Civs 1. I can get it, it's off the Abandonware website, so I'm going to try and get it and have a go. It's a DOS game, and that'll come into something else I want to mention. And then the other one was horror. Now I've mentioned in here, I can't see it, there you go. I mentioned this in here, which is about the horror thing. And I put the links down here for the £4 and the £7. But basically, what it was I thought, well, okay, horror, yes, a lot of people want horror. In fact, a few people mentioned to me that they'd like me to play horror, but horror's a huge genre, if you think about it. I mean, you've got those ones that your eyeballs nearly give up. You've got the ones where you have to squint because you can't see a damn thing. You've got the ones that were so badly made it feels like a 2-year-old made it. Yes, don't worry, I've played those ones as well. So I thought, well, if within price range, I mean, if for example, which I highly doubt they will, but if say 10 people recommended games under £4, well, that's only 40 quid, say, for example. That's not a problem for me to buy. I'm not saying I've got loads of money in my bank account, but we all do the same. Any gamer has the exact same thing. We buy games all the time on Steam, and you never play them. Ever. I've got huge games that I bought, massive games, cost a fortune, and that's as far as it's gone. So I might as well buy something that I'm going to play. So I thought if I post up these here, if you haven't got Steam, you can click on these. You don't have to log in. You can just browse through them and select, I think, horror from the selections. I don't know. Let me have a look. So here's under £4, and you can select more here. Can you type in horror? There you go, horror. So you can click all these 3 horrors here, and under the £4 will come up all these. Now obviously I'm not going to suggest anything for you to pick, but I'm just saying, for example, these are all under £4. Some of them are more, like that's £19.99, but it is in sale for £3.79. So that's what I'm saying, is if they're in here, I've got more chance of actually getting them than you just, within reason. There's some, it was really bad to say, but I tend to play a lot of these games, the mixed ones and also the negative ones. They're not on here, obviously. These are the positive ones. But if ever there's any games in here that you've looked at, either you've played or you've seen somebody play, or you're like, well, this looks crap, let's see how well he does with this one, or whatever, just let me know. I mean, there's so many here. I mean, there's 474. The under £7 ones will include the under £4 ones, so you're going to get some duplicates. But have a look and see if there's anything there you think that I will lose my mind to. As usual, the cat's here. Anybody who knows me as well knows that I have a cat and a dog, and they always know when to get up. I've been working quite merrily for the past 2 hours. They've done nothing. I've started recording, and lo and behold, the cat is here, hungry as usual. But he can sod off. So I'm going to waft my hand down. No, I don't want it. He don't want my hand. He wants some food. But I'm not going to stop now. So that was one idea that I thought. You can type in here, or you can type in the end of this video anytime, and even on any video. I don't have that many comments, so it's not like I'm going to get lost. Ignore him. It's not going to get lost in the stream of comments, because I get like maybe 1 or 2 comments, maybe a video, sometimes none. So it doesn't, I'm not one of those YouTubers that's going to ignore it. In fact, I reply to everybody, including the trolls, because they watch my video, so why not? Need for Speed. I'm currently playing. Let me just put that back to where it was. Need for Speed. So I'm still playing this. It's getting a bit stagnated at the moment, because it's the same things each time. It's the same kind of things, and I can't play as a cop anymore because I need to do this stupid driving thing, which I don't like. So I'm kind of losing the copper, so I'm having to play as this dude here all the time, which is fine. I do have another one called Most Wanted, so I don't know if anybody wants me to start playing that as well. Let me know. I can do both. I can do one on 1 week, one with it next week, or whatever. Ghost Recon Wildlands, that's an ongoing one again, but that's usually only when my mate's on. It all depends on his shifts and stuff like that, so there might be gaps, but it's co-op, that's why. So that's that. Films, still going on with films. I'm loving films. Where's my latest one I've added? Is it 13 Ghosts? There it is. No, it was that one there. Burnt Offerings. That was a weird film. A good film, but weird. From the 70s, I think. So I'm still watching films that. Well, originally I was watching films that are kind of a bit way out there, or really crappy reviews. But I've been picking some that aren't. I've had a few people recommend some stuff to me. In fact, I am going to be releasing one soon once I've actually got it uploaded. That was a requested one. So I do odd ones like that, but the majority are the kind of miserable ones. And that 13 Ghosts is the original black and white one. If ever you watch that compared to the remake, you'll notice there's a big difference, obviously. Battlefield. Now, Battlefield is winding up. I've got a lot of videos, say the least. I'm still got about how many? I've got a piece of paper here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 5. I've got 7 more weeks to release, because I only release on a 1 day a week. And then once that's done, it's not finished as such, because there might be some people that like my Battlefield, but that's going to be then only for specific kinds of things. There's the A to Z, which is what it says, out of alphabet, Battlefield. Any loadouts that I do, copycat, which is, you know, where I copy a loadout, or any fun rounds. So if I'm having a really, really good time, or a really, really shitty time, then I might post them ones up, but generic ones I'm not going to do, so that's going to reduce. So because of that, what day is that normally? Saturday at 4. So what I'm going to be doing for those, when that's finished, or reduced, is on that day, or at that time, I'll release an extra one of the Iron Sight, because I've got a lot of those, the game reviews and the film reviews. I'm backed up big time with the game and film reviews, because you know, you can watch film anytime you want, you can play a game review anytime you want. Iron Sight, I'm blitzing it, even though the people who are probably watching it, as they've commented and said, oh, you need to do this, it's like, yeah, I'm actually about 10 episodes ahead. But the thing is with that, because I'm enjoying it and I'm releasing half an hour at a time, yeah, I know, come here, sorry, ignore me, because I'm only watching, releasing half an hour at a time or something, I've got a lot backed up, hence the reason why I'm releasing it twice a week. I love the game, come here, I love the game, I've been playing it. Let me just go and give him a bit of food, 1 second. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was introduced to Iron Sight about a year or so ago, I can't remember. Thinking it was, nah, I'm not too sure, I don't really like it. Then I went back to it again. I was kind of like, yeah. Then I managed to tweak my mouse. I was like, oh, this is a lot better. And since then, I've loved it. I actually do enjoy the game. It's a really good game. So because of that, I'm blitzing it. You know, I'm enjoying it. So why not? So it's like Battlefield, where I had like 10 or 15, 20 episodes up front, and it's the same thing. So I am when you reply and you say, oh, you got to do this with your, I can't remember what the weapon, the laws or whatever things it is. I have listened. It's just that you won't see it on any of the new videos, because obviously I've put that idea onto the next video. So I'm like, you know, what video have we released? I don't know which one we've released. So that's that. Now, as I say, it's my channel, but if there's any ideas that anybody has, let me know, within reason. The only way I'd kind of went off kilter, as it were, was the film reviews. The other thing that I've done recently as well, I've just mentioned, is I did click on videos here, might be able to find it. So I've done a couple of things. Where is he? Because somebody mentioned it and says, do you know that the new there it is, the new Civ 7 is coming out? Well, I haven't even played Civ 6 yet. It's like anything. So I did a little video about that, even though everyone probably knows about it. But then I did another one, because I thought, well, why don't I kind of like, I'm not going to do it for everything, within reason. You know, there's no point in me doing it for like Civ 6 or Civ, you know, like Battlefield 2042 or anything like that, because it's constant. It's not going to bother. But for specific games that I've done, I'll see if I can figure any kind of news or updates or whatever that is useful that people might want to know. This was interesting. So it's the dog. So this is basically, if you look at the video, when you go to the actual website of Play Dead, who are the developers of Limbo and Inside, they have, there I can kind of show you, they have some links to, I think there's a couple of PDFs, and most of them are actually links to YouTube, where they actually discuss how they develop the games. Now the Limbo one's a bit dark. I mean, it's dark anyway, but it's dark when you look in the video. It's like it's pitch black. Ignore that. It's pitch black. But with the Inside, they got in real depth. Obviously, if you've not played the game, there's quite a few spoilers, they said. That's why I didn't bother watching them myself, because I didn't want to. But it's really good. If you're a developer, probably watch it. If you've used Unity Engine, definitely watch it. If you're curious about developing games, yeah, watch it. I mean, if you're just curious in effect, and you think, well, how did they do that? Or how did they how's this work and how's that work? Because most people don't care. You play a game and you just play it, but you don't really spot out. That is just dire. So yeah, so that's my update, as it were, my thank you video. So like I say, if you have any ideas, let me know. Any games. Again, I've got a list as long as my arm, in fact longer than my arm, of games I've got, and I'm trying to kind of work through them in a specific way. There is, I mean, what I literally released in the moment. So at the moment I'm releasing the Need for Speed, but the extra thing that I've just started is this one here, the Edgar Allan Poe. That's a hidden object game. So I've just started that one. And backed up, in case you're curious, because yes, as a YouTuber for games you tend to, unless you only release one video a day and you've got like 15 million subscribers, it doesn't really matter. You can release a 5-minute video of you scratching your hair and they'll just all watch it and go, oh, this is fantastic, and then you've basically made £15,000. But for us smallers, we don't have that opportunity, so we have to kind of like record it up front, especially if it's a Let's Plays. If I just did reviews, it'd be different, but when you play Let's Plays, you've got to play the game. So I have, where's that? So that's that. So I think that's being released this week, yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 9. Or one I'm still rendering. There's a bit of all sorts in here. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of RTS games, believe it or not, that I lasted longer than I ever thought I would do, which is a miracle because I don't normally play RTS games. Anyway, like I say, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this game review. This update thank you video. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment below, like I said, about any of the stuff I've talked about or anything else, within reason, of course. But yeah, I'm trying to evolve it, as it were, and trying to bring people along, if that makes any sense, without being dodgy. So if somebody says, "Oh, play these hovers," and they're all like for, I don't know, £2.50 each or something, I'd be like, okay, fine. But I'm not going to then blitz it and just watch play about 10 hovers back to back and then release them all at once, because then people will go, I'm bored of this. All it does is hover. So I would be a bit like, well, I'll take them all on board and then I'll play one, release it out of sync, as it were, as opposed to all my others I got backed up. So I'll release that straight away and then I'll do another one later on. So, you know, I'm trying to do more, because when did I last do a hover? Oh, Basala, my god. That was my last hover? When was that? A year ago. Well, there we go. So that's my last video that I did, was a year ago. Last hover. And I've done a lot more since. The Lorelei's good. I enjoyed that one. You don't need to watch all of them, but it's probably good to play. That's kind of interesting. That's okay. That's a classic, and that's just, yeah. But I mean, even so, looking here, I'm keeping up on my vehicles, keeping up on hidden objects, mid-adventure and puzzles. I mean, they're all this year. That's just this year. Ignore the dog. He's seen something outside. I think somebody's doing some work or something. I don't know. These two here, all the way down here, and then obviously all these. So I haven't done many hovers for a while. So please do recommend some. If any are of the expensive side, shall I say, it all depends if I've got them. So if you look at this, the £7 and think, well, yeah, okay, I've listed out these 7, he'll put these down for him, but I'd really like him to try this. Boom, whatever it is. So say it was an expensive one at like £30 or £15 or whatever. I may have it, because I have got quite a few. If I don't, it might be a case of, well, I'll think about it. Is it going to go down in a sale? Let's stick it in my watch list. If it drops in the sale, I might get it, and that's the only way I will get it. Because, you know, I'm not buying all these games just to sit in my watch list. I mean, I've got loads. Steam, jeez. Steam and Uplay, Origin, Epic. What's the other ones? Indie Gala. Have I got GOG? I can't remember. I've got something else and something else. I haven't got a clue. I've got games all over the place. I've even got games upstairs and bloody spare rooms and stuff. It's just ridiculous. Anywho, thank you for watching, like I say. And yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you and goodbye.